So in typical Christian Hanna horror fashion, I'll plan out my videos for the week, and then I'll watch a movie just out of sheer, I guess, boredom, but it's a movie I want to watch, and then I say, oh, God, I really enjoyed that. I want to talk about this movie. So today, guys, let's talk about The Wishmaster. Now, of course, I'll talk to you guys about this Blu-ray collection, but let's talk about this movie first. So, guys, if you're watching this, most of you know the history. You know, Halloween caused Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th happened, and then a bunch of just slasher onslaughts came. We got burnt out. It went away. Scream happened, and it essentially repeated history. And during that time, there was a couple movies that stand out to me, and they're unique and different. This is one of them. This is The Wishmaster. So right off the bat, what's really interesting about The Wishmaster is it's like the Expendables of horror in a way, because Robert Kurtzman, Robert Englund is in this. Kane Hodder shows up in here. Tony Todd shows up in here. And it's produced by Wes Craven, or whatever that means. And it's not a slasher film. Wishmaster is almost like this creature feature, ancient horror movie. And it really is an enjoyable film, and I think it holds up really well till this day. So the plot of this movie is almost like this mummy-type feel, and they talk about the ancient gods, and then the djinn grants you 3 wishes. On the 3rd wish, it'll unleash all hell, and all hell will break loose. And in the midst of all this, we have some chaotic horror and great funny characters and some really cool death scenes that are just not typical of what was just going on during that time period. Wishmaster is a really great standout horror film, especially during the time it came out. So rewatching this, it's been a while since I'd watched Wishmaster. I don't really have one single solitary complaint about this movie. Some of the special effects works in Wishmaster look absolutely incredible, but this movie, like I said, was done by the men of horror. This was done by, you know, like I said, the Expendables of horror. The art and then the look for Andrew Devolve as the Wishmaster is absolutely terrifying. There's this great scene where the Wishmaster is trying to come to his true form, and he's the smaller version, and he's got to crawl because he's trying to get strength. It was very Hellraiser-like, and it looks amazing. If you guys have a big, nice TV, you've got to get the Blu-ray of this and crank it up and see it, because, wow, it looks really good. The special effects are top-notch. There is CGI in Wishmaster, and it's charming. It's not the most incredible-looking stuff, but it fits with the mold of this movie. I never like to just give passes to bad things, but I've got to be honest with myself. When I see some of the CGI moments in Wishmaster, they charm me. They're fun. It's enjoyable, you know. Given the time, this is 1997. And of course, having all the guys, especially Robert Englund, who was just really, really fantastic in this, Wishmaster is an absolute gem. So during a time period of these movies and the post-Scream, there are some standouts. There's another movie like The Faculty, which I really love, and Wishmaster, which I'm so glad it has its fans and it has its audiences. But the purpose of this video is, I would love to see if we could get at least one more person to say, yeah, let's check out The Wishmaster, let's give this a shot. And if we get a new fan from it, that's great, because I love this movie. So I give it a solid 7.8, 7.9 out of 10. It's a really, really enjoyable movie. Let's talk about this set. So the Vestron Video Wishmaster set, this is all 4 films. You've got Wishmaster, Wishmaster 2, Wishmaster 3, and Wishmaster: The Prophecy Fulfilled. Now, I'll hold judgment on those films. I will say that I do enjoy all of them, but I would rank them in the order they're made, which, you know, is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, you know, happenstance and the way it is, I guess. The great thing is the special features for the first movie in this set, Wishmaster, are great. You've got audio commentaries by Robert Kurtzman, by the screenwriters. You've got isolated score sections with Harry Manfredini, who also did the score. That's another thing. Like I said, the Expendables of horror. Featurettes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 featurettes, including vintage making-ofs, trailer spot galleries, behind-the-scenes footage compilation. The image quality and the sound quality on the set, guys, looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. It looks fantastic. So, guys, check out The Wishmaster. In a time where the slasher craze was happening again, there were some standout movies that really hit the mark for me. And I'm glad to know that Wishmaster did okay at the box office. It had a $5 million budget, and it brought home close to $20 million, which is nice, and which is why they made more. And I'm sure they did fantastic on the video shelf. So guys, definitely pick up this set if you have not seen it, or at least just go watch the first Wishmaster. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but check it out. The Wishmaster is a great late 90s horror movie.